What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of CUBREACTS as we continue to explore the latest new musical flavour worldwide. We are back inside the building once again, and I'm very excited to be jumping into this one. The sounds of Roberto, another artist out of Zambia, a place that I have got so much time for musically. I've been loving this recent exploration into the sound, and you guys have been absolutely incredible in supporting the journey. A massive shout out to all the new subscribers to the channel. Hopefully you are enjoying the content, especially during this kind of post-Christmas period where there isn't that much music dropping, but we're still trying to drop videos every single day, whether it's reactions, whether it's Cubcast episodes, whether it's mixes. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. If you are, make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page. Of course, turning notifications on. Of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. It would be my absolute pleasure to see those on the channel. Right, this one, Roberto, Nobody. Let's get into it right about now and see what is going on. Let's go.
Another beat made by Roberto.
My name is Roberto.
Sounds very epic already.
Tikakumana vila vingi mbwe monga geng. Diwe commander, inspector general, diwe baby. We're the future, no wonder they just call us PJ.
Before this one gets into the main kind of bulk of the tune, I'm loving this as an introduction. The intro had these big kind of almost rave-style synthesizer lines, giving it a sense of body, giving it this kind of epic feeling across the introduction. Then, of course, you roll into those sort of syncopated horn stabs, which almost work like chord lines. Those sort of reverb, really, really cool kind of element there. And again, that vocal from Roberto sounding super, super clean. As the track progresses, this is looking like we're going to be in for a good one, man. The video looks very clean as well. Let's see where we're going.
Never forget it. Ozangala munga doubting Tomasi. You will put your hand on my chest and focus, yeah. Cause I'm genuine and you're pure and clean.
I can see a lot of pop appeal in this already.
Straight from the Father. Nobody. I don't want nobody.
Proper cool sing-along factor about this as well. That hook really, really easy to digest. Not in a bad way saying it's simple, but it just has this natural factor about it that makes you want to sing along. That nobody, nobody. Really, really nice. Simple. It's almost like going down a half pipe the way that melody works. You kind of go, nobody, 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 nobody. You're going up and down in a circular kind of U motion. Really good way of kind of getting people to sing along. Again, the actual vocal of this is great. It does have a lot of kind of more mainstream appeal to it. Just the kind of melodies that are being used, but the instrumental itself is really interesting. I'm loving those kind of very kind of squelchy horn sounds that are providing a lot of that mid-range melody as well.
I don't want nobody. Suliko, I don't want nobody. Nobody, nobody. I don't want nobody. Got to sing the way I don't want nobody. Suliko, I don't want nobody. Yeah.
This little vocal break here is really cool as well. It almost reminds me of the little break in Ramping Shop that where everything kind of everything has a filter over it, and it sounds like you're listening to it through like a closed door in the middle of the tune. There's a real similarity there on the breakdown. Again, really cool instrumental structure. If you're listening to the kind of percussive and drum sections, you've literally just got a kick and a snare doing the majority of the work. You've got that tripleted snare sound kind of providing the kind of main bulk of the rhythm, and then the kick drum kind of appears not at random, but it appears kind of alternating in the lower end. Sometimes it doubles up. You've also got a very subtle 808 bass line, which is sliding up and down. You're kind of getting this sort of sound in the lower end, but that's very much further back in the mix. This is really nicely arranged, man.
I'm a diggy daddy. Maybe soon as I'm a diggy daddy. And I'm very ready. To logo heavenly, I'm very ready. I'm willing to pull up on you. Show you I'm a man, tell me what to do.
Again, there's so many elements of this which are pulling me back to kind of old school R&B. That's a That little melody there, so old school R&B. There's almost like a call and respond written into the melodic direction, and the storyline of that melody. There feels like there's a call and respond going on. On top of that, again, the fact the instrumental really strips back and that bass line becomes a lot more prominent because of the lack of things above it. It becomes a lot clearer to hear. It's really interesting just hearing how that whole overall feel just kind of merges and morphs together. Really interesting, man. I think they've done a really good job of combining quite kind of unique instrumental elements with quite a sort of mainstream sounding vocal, and it fuses really, really nicely.
Kakumbuka my daisy, get down a dosa and you still my favorite. Do you know you're so special, very special? Oh yeah. All of my news I could do, baby. It's
a nice video as well. Again, the idea of the video is really simple, and I always say this on this channel. If you can make a simple video idea where you're not having to pay, like, I don't know, thousands to rent a house out, or like thousands to rent certain cars, or like pyrotechnics or things like that, if you could do it literally, if you can make a video literally on the beach and kind of in and around kind of like woodland and make it look really, really cool and have the kind of emotion of the tune, I think it's such a good idea to do, because there's no point spending a ton. Like, I've worked in the music industry a long time, and there is the sort of underlying thing that kind of stops people a lot of the time is lack of budget. If you aren't kind of rolling in it, there is no point spending a ton on something in a music video, which may not even be seen. If you can make music videos, not necessarily conservatively, but if you can make them without having to spend a ton of money on things that realistically people don't actually care about, it's a really good way of doing it. So again, shouts to the director on this one for the idea.
Nobody, I don't want nobody. Got this in the way, I don't want nobody. Suliko, I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody. Got this in the way, I don't want nobody. Suliko, I don't want nobody. Yeah.
Again, this instrumental section here, there's a really nice kind of fusion of typical electronic elements, like kind of EDM elements in there as well. The sort of amplification, I feel, of that bass element in this section here in particular really kind of ramps up that more sort of electronic side. You've got the vocals having those delays going over the top. You've got even more kind of vocal ad-libs kind of splattered in there from Roberto. Overall, this has been a really enjoyable tune, man. I'm a big fan of the sound. I like what Roberto's done with it. And again, it's just another kind of tick in the box for why people should be looking at what's going on in Zambia right now, man. Some incredible musicians that we're seeing emerge. J-Rock's one of my favorites, so make sure you check out the interview on the channel with him. Obviously, people like Slap D doing absolute bits, Chile One as well. It's awesome actually seeing this kind of list of artists. Yo Map's another one that are all absolutely killing it. And it's really, really exciting to watch from a viewer's perspective. There we go. Coming from Real Studios. Massive shouts out to them for the video arrangement. The video looks great. I love how it looks. I love how it sounds. Roberto with Nobody. Another fantastic hit out of Zambia. Again, this one's interesting because it does fuse a lot of EDM elements with more sort of typical Afrobeats elements in regards to the sort of vocal structures, but then there's a lot of kind of mainstream appeal in the vocal line. There's a lot of kind of R&B influence in there as well. So this is a real kind of mesh of different sounds all kind of naturally intertwining, and you come up with this really kind of just cool arrangement more than anything else. Like, there's futurism in this, and there's also a sense of traditionalism, which is always kind of like the best way of approaching things, I find. Kind of combining traditionalism with futurism, you end up with this like nice kind of interwoven idea, and it's really, really cool to see. So there we go. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this one in the comment section down below. I'm always keen to hear what you guys think, and as always, if you're new to the channel, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page. Of course, turning notifications on as well, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff, and we shall see you all next time. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and peace.
Them sounding so good right now, but they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CUBREACTS TV. Stay locked.